Hello YouTube. I'm here again. Usually I would like to only do at most one video a day, but I just ended up seeing a movie tonight actually, and I just wanted to make a comment about before. Well, it's still fresh in my mind. And that film I saw was the new SpongeBob movie, SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge Out of Water. Now, first I should just say, I grew up in the SpongeBob generation. That was one of my favorite shows when I was a little kid. I'm still one of those people who still jokes with my friend with some of the more surrealist jokes in this show, like, no, it will go straight to your thighs, and then you'll blow up. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of those first few seasons, but SpongeBob is a show. I'll also say it's one of those shows. I always say the only reason it went on for so long, it's still going, is because it only had a few really good seasons. Like SpongeBob only really had, like, looking back, like 3 or 4 good seasons, but those seasons are fantastic. But after that, the original writers left, and then the show really started going more and more downhill, and it's pretty terrible nowadays. So it is one of those shows, though. It had a prime that was very quick, but it was such a good prime, it just gotta keep going, and I wish it would end. And also, I'll say, I remember seeing the first SpongeBob movie. I saw that in theaters, about 10 years ago. Jesus, I feel old. That makes me feel old. But yeah, and I really loved it when I was a kid. I watched it recently in preparation for this movie. I thought it still cracked me up. I thought it was a very funny movie. So, and I went to this, and I saw it with a bunch of friends, and let me say this right now. This is a movie you gotta see with friends. This is not the movie you see by yourself, because you will feel so sad and miserable just, like, laughing at some of the jokes. You'll just feel so sad and lonely, like, when they say, like, an enjoyably bad play, you'll be like, oh, God, I have no one. Yeah, so it's a movie. See some friends with you. While you're with this. If you want to, get some drugs in your system, because get some drugs, get some alcohol in your system if you want to, because there's there's very surreal moments in this movie that will really make you crack up if you're a bit under the influence. So, and and the reason I think this movie is actually pretty good, and I actually liked, and probably the main reason because of that is they did get the original writers back for the show. They got the ones from the first few seasons to write this movie, and you can clearly tell, because this is, like I said, this movie can get very dark, very surreal, it's very bombastic. It's just it's a pretty insane movie. Now, and it's for the plot of the movie, it's about SpongeBob and his pals. And the Krabby Patty formula gets stolen, and it sends the Bikini Bomb into chaos. And it's them trying to find the Krabby Patty formula, which was taken by Antonio Banderas playing the pirate. And going into this movie, I will say this. I did not see this movie in 3D. I know there's a 3D thing showing. I would say do not see this movie in 3D. I didn't even see it in 3D. Because here's the thing. I know, like, going out the trailers and posters, you'd think a lot of this was in, like, the 3D animation. Really, it's only the last, like, third of this movie has 3D animation. Like, before that, it's actually, like, the first hour of this film is just all 2D for the most part. There are a few live action bits, but that's it. It's like, there's none of the 3D animation until the last 30 minutes. So keep that in mind. If you're thinking about seeing this in 3D, I'd say just skip it, save a few bucks, and just see it in 2D. So, like I said, though, so let's just say this film is a comedy, and the question is, did this film make me laugh? And I will say, yes, this film did make me laugh, and it actually got quite a few chuckles out of me. And so all I can say is it's a good movie. It's a very fun, enjoyable movie. But like I said, you gotta be with friends. You gotta be in the right mindset to watch this movie. You don't think of, like, you're gonna get a coherent plot, like, don't think you're gonna get, like, something like that's, like, really serious and goes into, like, really deep emotions like a Pixar film would. No, this is just meant to be a very fun, like, hour and a half out of your life, and on that grounds, it is. It's a very fun hour and a half. The jokes were fun. A lot of the jokes got a good laughs out of me. the more surreal jokes definitely made me laugh. My problem with this movie though is I remember the first movie though it had a very funny plot but it was a very SpongeBob like plot, like where it was like this whole thing how like there was like a conspiracy, like how Plankton stole the formula, and then like it was like this adventure of them trying to get to Shell City and get it back. While they're gone, Plankton comes out like a massive scheme to like take over the Bikini Bottom, and for like a SpongeBob plot, I thought it was actually a really good like flowing narrative in that. This though, it feels much more disjointed. This feels like they had like. How do I describe it? Oh, one of my friends described it this way, and I do agree with him. It feels like there was 3 episodes left from, like, the old series, like, that the original creators never released, and they dug up those episodes and decided to just come up with, like, a connecting plot thread to just connect all 3 episodes. So because of that, if you want a flowing narrative, you're not going to really get that here. It's a very disjointed movie. And I will say, my other complaint was I did not think there was nearly enough Patrick in this film, because I love Patrick. He gets one of the best jokes in the movie near the end with SpongeBob when SpongeBob decides to when he admits defeat. If you see this, you know what the joke is. That had me cracking up when he said it. And I just didn't think there was enough of him. I thought there needed to be more Patrick, because there was a lot of Sandy in this film, and I never liked Sandy. I just don't. But all in all, I can say it's a fun movie. It's a disjointed movie. It's the type of movie you can't watch by yourself. You'll feel sad. And I will say, comparing this to the this one to the first, I thought the first one was a much better movie for a flowing narrative. I thought it had better humor, it had more Patrick. There's a song in this one that I thought was so bad, it felt really bad, it didn't even feel that funny, because, I remember, in the first, this doesn't, live up to, some of SpongeBob's, better songs, like, the Fun Song, or in the first movie, that was the Great Goofy Goobers number. That was a great comedy number, but this film, it's good. If you like SpongeBob, you're gonna like this film. If you don't like SpongeBob, you're not gonna like this in the slightest. So, as my final rating, I'll give this film 3 out of 5 stars. Can you see it? Yeah. 3 out of 5. This is an enjoyable movie, but it's not like the first one which you could watch by yourself and laugh. The jokes in this one feel like they're trying to be so intentionally bad that you need a friend with you to, enjoy this one. Or, like I said, some sort of drugs in you. So, that's all I gotta say. See you next time, YouTube.